expected here. Fnatic on that CT side. Aggression on Ali, gonna meet this push straight away, going for the aim battles, that's what they like, and so far it goes well. Although it does trade out 3 versus 3, it's hard to say where that favors either side just yet, but certainly that's gonna help Golden with a pick off as well. But Modi's found himself a very forward position here, underneath the CT heaven. And what is the play here for Heroic? They have the bomb, thankfully, but can Yugi hook up with Modi here in this A bomb site?
I think the best option for them right now is actually just sit still, see if anyone from Fnatic's side gets eager to push for information, because right now they're pretty locked inside in poor positions to actually, well, figure out what Heroic is doing. And they have no idea where Modi is, they only know where Yugi's left. So for right now, Modi just sit still until there's probably like 30 seconds left, and then they can actually make a move and see if they can get a bomb plant down. And weirdly enough, Fnatic actually just going all in on this inner bomb site.
Yeah, and Yugi's taking the risk at the same time, slowly pushing forward, but he has to assume that surely someone is here somewhere, maybe to the right of this corner, maybe further closer towards main, but the CTs have got to be somewhere. Where do they even plant it, considering the cover? I guess they're going to plant it for connector because Modi's around the corner.
Yeah, backside here.
This is I love this approach from Fnatic. They've done it so safely. 3 players just walking through the pop dog, clearing everything, walking together as 3, not giving any sound cues away. Can use the numbers to their advantage. Really cool approach.
Still a very strong after plan position for Modi, though, given where the plan is. They also need to figure out, again, we talk about this all the time, with how difficult it is for CTs to actually clear out all these angles.
Oh, Flusher goes on top of the train, and that really is going to take down all of the chances there, at least for Modi, but Yugi's still alive and kicking, looking for that ace. Denied, though. Golden in for the headshot and has just enough time for the defuse. Cool pistol rounds.
Very nicely solved by both teams, actually. You see neither team actually making a mistake. I think Heroic make the perfect decision to sit down and wait, see if anyone from Fnatic actually strays off and goes off on their own. And Fnatic make the perfect counterplay in that sense by sticking together and actually moving as a 3-man unit, just understanding that they do have the man advantage to play off of. Also, having a kid probably just allows them to play, not necessarily more risky, because it's not a risky move, but it allows us to play as a group instead of just constantly having to find information.
Man like Yugi, one to watch out for.
It definitely is. I think also Snappy has been like surprisingly strong in a lot of the games that we've seen from Heroic. For being an in-game leader, he does frag quite a bit.
He is one of the most dangerous players that I've seen with a CZ as well, it has to be said.
Oh yeah.
Especially on the CT side.
For now, opting with the Deagle. Danes with Deagles, always a scary notion. Just trying to throw away some heads.
Yes.
Yep. Oh god, that's a money nade right there. Had that been the old UMP, that would have been 3 easy kills.
Wait, did that nade do stuff?
It did.
Ooh.
It did stuff.
Oh, JW could lose his rifle.
S-Tag
S-Tag is just around the corner. Now he's looking for it. S-Tag with a grenade in his hand. S-Tag dead, leaving Nico. I don't know if he was spotted. I would assume so, the way Fnatic are advancing on the position. JW in the red, JW not dead. Second round of the bag.
Can anyone find a reasoning as to why S-Tag continued to try to push down Pop? Because JW very clearly comes from behind to get the first frags. I have no idea why S-Tag.
After his teammate gets killed, he's like, okay, I'm going to throw this grenade down the ladder.
I was like, what's up, guys?
Everything's fine. What do you mean now I'm surrounded by flames?
It's just like the don't look at it approach. Out of sight, out of mind. Nothing really gained for Heroic on that eco investment, and Flush is going to go aggressive to find some easy frags here. Oh, I say easy frags, you're just going to punish him immediately with that Deagle. So not a whole lot of money gained on his end.
It's not, yeah, it's awkward for Crims too, because he doesn't have the UMP or something, actually. He's got that AK from the pop dog position. I think if he had the UMP, it'd be easier for him to find a push timing. So Electro, the guy with the UMP, doing some damage towards the site. Finally, though, the flank does start to come in from Pop Dog. Too strong from Fnatic on that flank. JW in for it, but he doesn't make it happen. It's the trade out from Golden that does secure the kill as he now scans the lines, the avenues of attack that are available. Yuki and Modi doing some good damage. Yuki with that Deagle's always just ferocious. Now it's down to Crims. Pressure on bomb. Finds Yugi. Just Modi left. Not much time left on the bomb. Can Modi do this? Goes for the knife! Swipe, swipe, stab! Oh, it's not enough though. 3 health left. He missed the first swipe. He missed the first swipe, and that's,
Love that interaction, by the way.
yeah, that's so depressing, isn't it?
I don't understand how that even works. If you air slice once, you all of a sudden do less damage.
Yeah, it's so weird.
With
And
one of
here
your
it is,
slices.
Missed. He got. Oh, that's so insane.
And that made, like, how is that a thing? Like, how? Is it like
That does need to be fixed.
the air
was-
dulls the blade?
There was a knife thing.
Oh my god, what's going on?
Time for it later. Yugi going for a Henny-esque hero play through A main with the AWP and is promptly picked off. That is...
He was right out there, man.
It's just not a thing. It's just
He was
not a
so
thing.
exposed.
It's not a thing. That's FPL business right there. And that puts Heroic at a significant disadvantage.
I don't know if that can't be tilt or something.
There was
Obviously,
a-
they didn't expect to win that last round anyway.
I need to look up the adjustments to knifing. Do you remember? It was trained where I think it was Snacks had a really weird situation with a knife, and they fixed the bug. Anyway, Heroic bringing this one back. S-Tag and Modi with kills around the map. S-Tag being flashed in towards the IB position, but there is a CT in the back. It's Lecro.
Yeah, finally recollecting the bomb, but the running should likely be heard by JW. Yeah, he definitely hears that.
Curious if actually they heard JW scoping in team main as well.
Yeah.
Moni's gonna find the better of Flusher though, so that should allow for a plant to come in.
And Moni understands the importance of taking forward position in this site instead of playing really far from the back. Does get punished for it though, but Snappy's still alive in the midst of the bomb train. This is going to be a tough one for Fnatic despite being upper man, as they can't easily play off of each other. And there it is, an easy first frag for Snappy as JW remains. Down the ramp he goes. Snappy with a great angle there. Beautiful stuff, really strong positioning, read the situation perfectly, and Heroic pick up a round. Oh my god, the money is atrocious for Fnatic.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised by the fact that, given how the last anti-eco they had panned out, losing 4 members, the fact that they opted immediately to go for a double up setup, especially, well, and again, I haven't seen enough of Fnatic to actually know if this is a constant change or if it's map-based, position-based, or what it is, but seeing Lecro being the secondary opera as well.
Yeah. And Crims had $6,800 whilst the rest of his teammates had like $1,500, so I like that he forced sport with his team and actually gets the AWP out, because it becomes super dangerous in rounds like this. We see how dangerous CZs alone are, but you got the AWP in the mix for the force buy, and it's always fun.
So the bug that they fixed with Snacks and the knife on train was there was a bug where the knife would do less damage in the 0.4 seconds of after deployment or something like that.
Oh right, yeah.
But I can only assume that it does less damage after swiping just to punish spamming. Just
But
holding
it's
the
such
knife
a-
down.
such a
It's
weird
knife.
thing.
It's what kind of spam is
Yeah.
Just holding mouse 1.
I don't understand how that's a thing.
Just holding mouse 1.
Anyway, it's Fnatic still have a chance in this one. The AWP is still alive on Crims.
If one more player goes down on Fnatic's end, I think it's time for Crims to bail out. I
Okay.
think that's the green light really to duck out. Might try to get one more frag before he bails out. Not sure if this is actually worth it or not yet. So he's to think better of it. Or does he?
Drawing attention away, or Flusher at least, although not anymore. Flusher can't get the connection he's after. He's been after for ages and finally gets a kill. Snappy, or rather Crims, sorry, Mike gets a kill, and there it is. So damage done after all, and Flusher's picked himself up the AK. Ooh, that was a close one. The bomb's going to do the rest though for Flusher, so yeah, great damage done in the end. And Crims holds on to the AWP.
Nice. Considering it, well, because it was a force ban in the previous round, not a whole lot to work off of the back of it, but
Still the AWP, that's... Could be
they could do a similar buy again, where they forced up behind this, but again, then you get into this awkward territory where you might ruin your entire half because you kept doing these kind of small purchases.
They know the AWP's alive though, so do expect a super fast round. It's a really good way to... Basically, if the AWP is in position, then it doesn't get a chance to stop you. If you play slow, the AWP can rotate and cause problems. So you take that out of the equation by just playing really fast. So love this. And obviously, Snappy with a Mag 10 first is a really nice touch as well.
Interestingly, Heroic had the lineup for the pop flash, but it seems they chose not to throw it. Perhaps expecting that the AWP would be further away, and they didn't want to turn away, expecting a push.
Do you mean the close pop flash down the ramp or down the ramp? That peak?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they lined up for it, but then didn't throw it. So
maybe it's weird that they would line up for it then, because I have seen people not throw it so that they can like just play it contact, but then they were just running anyway.
Yeah, well, I think the only thing they fear is an AWP, and they don't expect it to be there, so they want to just face and shoot people.
I mean, some teams they throw the pop flash to bait out the AWPer because the AWPers stand next to the angle and then they peek after the pop flash, which is a nice
How does that bait out the AWPer?
Because the AWPers wait for the flash and then they peek. So you throw the flash, expecting them to peek afterwards. Whereas previously, AWPers would hold the angle, and then the flash comes, and it's a perfect flash, and then either they die or they fall back. So they adapted by waiting for the T to throw the flash, then they peek after the flash to get the kill. So you can then bait them out by understanding that they're doing that.
How do you bait them out though?
Well, because you throw the flash and you're ready to kill them as they peek. Instead of clearing the angle with it.
Okay, because like when there's if they're going for a fast play, then they're going to peek after the flash anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like they're doing the same thing.
I don't know why they would line up for it and not throw it though.
Well, I think it was just a discussion while it was going on, like don't throw the flash.
So get back in line.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
But I mean, a flash is better than no flash, right? So, but maybe they thought it might be a timing where they come out and shoot them while they're turning away from the flash. Or,
yeah, maybe. Anyway, delayed mid take coming in from Heroic. I like that. Throw the nades out, then just wait a bit, re-execute into the site, get rid of those counter grenades, counter molotovs, and so on from CTs. It's doing a pretty good job so far. Heroic showing their strength on train. It's a good map for them.
This is a really rough retake for Fnatic.
This is not going well for the Swedish side.
Pretty much impossible at this point. Grim's still deciding to go further in as Lekro decides to bail out. And Lekro's going to be able to hold on to that weapon, or I guess might actually run into, I think it's, no, it's not Yugosmati who's hunting, but he's a bit too far away. So good start so far from Heroic. And again, it's like with Heroic, one of the reasons why I like watching them so much is because they have a thought process to be behind every move they make. And again, it's just a very solid play style that they have. And again, it's much similar to what we see from other Danish teams, be it North, be it Astralis. It's just a Danish play style that is just very well done. Doesn't have many weaknesses.
Nico hasn't registered on the scoreboard just yet, but he will be one to look out for on the CT side from what we've seen of them before on train.
Yeah, Modi too. I guess Modi's just a constant presence, but
I like Modi's role on Heroic.
Yeah,
especially on the T side, he harasses on a lot of maps. He's asking questions of his opponent, and it's great to watch.
Yeah, he's really aggressive.
Since leaving Fnatic, he's been a player who hasn't had the best run, success-wise. So it's great to see him on this Heroic team. Loves shouting on LAN as well, which is fantastic.
Mud is actually really good for playing that role as well, especially on a map like Overpass, for instance. Just so good creating nuisance towards the B-bomb side. Similar to what we saw with Nico Duo when he was playing for Mouse Sports. And that's extremely hard to do. Normally, it would be expected of a person doing that kind of stuff to just kind of run in and die as a bit of a distraction, but more often than not, it feels like Muddy's able to actually find the results of it from it.
Ooh. Those pistols doing some work in this round. Eventually, the team main area has been cleared up, though. Crow's finding some damage. They don't know where he is because of the silencer, which is quite amusing. I think they spotted him now, though.
I definitely heard him there.
Yeah, and he's got the audio confirmation. Ooh. Distraction from Flusher. Opening for Lekro.
Oh, Yuki spots out Flush as well. Not going to find the kill, though, immediately, and that allows for Lekro to move up close.
Oh, wow, they actually managed to make it happen. slowly fragging their way forwards, creating the distraction in the right spots.
I think we're doing a good job there of staying alive.
Yeah, really good effort from Fnatic. 4-4 for them, as the money is definitely going to be running lower now for Heroic.
Attack still does have a bit of a bank, so he could drop around weapons if need be. And yeah, even if they were to lose this round, I think they should be able to force buy and a following one. So
especially
still
to get the bomb down.
Yeah, especially so a lot of opportunities for them to still really give it to Fnatic, and Fnatic obviously in a situation where they can get reset.
So big round for Fnatic to close. We'd love to see the Astralis-like pop flashes into teammate, but that will do as well. Crims will receive 2. Christmas comes early for him.
There's a smoke as well, so that is more or less the round shut down, taking a lot of options away. DW tagging one of the final players. Fnatic survive in numbers. It is a good day on the Hay train yard.
Oh, hello.
If you are Fnatic. Yeah, Yasma's back. Yeah.
You should
Cold
spray
beverages.
more steroids in your mouth, James.
I might just do that. Be right back, steroids.
Steroids for days. Alright, so we're going to see that force buy coming in from Heroic side as well. Do get a lot of utility, which is not surprising. I think Heroic are one of those teams that will more often than not choose to get more utility than slightly better weaponry. Because they do rely a fair bit on executes, and they do like to get their map control rather safely.
Yeah, I mean, Snappy, as far as the IGL goes and so on, he seems to be very tactically aware.
Oh yeah.
Strategically aware, quite the thinker, which obviously, it sounds like that should be a given, but it's not always is.
Definitely not always the case.
And I think he is someone who just really genuinely studies and appreciates those aspects of the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can definitely see some of the depth to Heroic's gameplay in that sense. Crow playing around the smoke on the train there in a forward position. Seems to be able to do some damage here playing around this one as they try to pursue him, finally finding the opening, the angle to take the frag, but still Fnatic push unrelenting towards that bomb, which is now down on the ground, not planted just yet, which is a big problem for Heroic because it's one of those so close but so far situations. That bomb, they almost made it all the way there, but now they can't expose themselves to these angles because this will happen. 6-4 for Fnatic.
Very surprised actually by the fact that Lekro is allowed to basically be so safe behind that smoke for such a long time, especially when you start shooting after Snappy the initial time. Nobody actually fired back at him to the point where Snappy had to jump up on top of the train to actually start getting bullets in towards him. It's a bit unfortunate for Heroic that they don't find anything with Madi, who's able to drop down onto the bomb site before any sort of combat happens. But Lekro definitely should be able to get 2 in that situation. And I think that, again, would allow Heroic to at least get a bomb plant in and play an after plant. That's such his life. For now, very minimal investment on this side of Heroic. We did see, obviously, on train that you can actually get a lot of out of this. Astralis were able to get bomb plants, for instance, with minimal investments towards this inner bomb site. And that is a very passive setup from Flusha as well. So this is going to be a bomb plant, most likely. Oh, it messes up the Molotov as well. The ZZ somehow just ends Lekro from about 9,000 yards.
Yeah, that was an interesting one, and particularly harrowing for Flusha or Crims, I forget which. She was standing right behind him.
Yeah.
Probably thankful not to go down in similar fashion, but I mean, this is why you play retake. You generally don't worry so much about the T's having money. You just worry about winning the rounds. Nice flank from Snappy, but his teammates are all.
I like it though. He picks up an op, gets 1 frag and bails out, and actually finds his second one as well, instead of just committing further to get 1 more kill, potentially with his pistol. All in all, just a very successful round for Heroic. Get a bomb plant with minimal investment, get a couple of frags, get a free op for Yugi as well.
Yep. Poor Nico, he's still on 0 kills.
Where he kills that, Nico? Where the kills that?
Poor Nico. Not getting any love.
Exist of NIP loves DMX, on a side note.
Who doesn't love DMX?
That's also true. Not many people have him as a messenger program icon, as Exist does, which is really weird. Fnatic have successfully moved forward towards long, but for how long will it be successful? Not very long. Does he expect a second player there? Oh, that's nice.
Right into the bear trap.
It's around going to end on Ali like that.
The bomb. He's got the bomb. It might just end the line.
Fnatic really flustering Heroic right now with the aggressive plays. We've seen it a couple of times. And again, no surprise, but JW being extremely active on the map. We've seen him play close inside of T-main, right outside of T-main now, aggressive in Ivy as well.
I like Flusher getting aggressive at the timing he did, just because although it looks really risky and you got the man advantage and so on, I think there's such a strong likelihood that the players will be rotating towards where the bomb has been dropped, where the fights have been happening towards Ali. So Flusher's just sort of constricting the space, actively getting info in that play. Good to see. Double up on the CT side.
Lekro again, wielding that second op. Oh.
Lekro is a fantastic aimer, just all-around aimer.
Is he a serviceable op though?
His first bullet accuracy is nuts, so you would assume so, but we don't get to see him on the op too much. But if his deagle's anything to go off of, I should imagine it's pretty good.
I mean, you can say the same about Scream, right? Like, fantastic aimer, but can't use an op to save his life.
That's true. That is true. Here comes the push, though. About to find out how well it goes here for Fnatic. They start off well with the first pick off and the bomb down on the ground.
Yeah, that's going to allow Lekro to slowly flank with AWP, which is interesting. Maybe it's abandoned ship. Crim's getting a lot of information from his position. That will allow Lekro to go forward with the CZ, but will he start to back off? 4 versus 2, deploy some grenades, and we've got 3 men now for Fnatic in the B bomb side, so JW dancing around the main position. So Nico, last man standing, in a lot of trouble. He's got $50 in the bank. They could really benefit from a bond plant, but it does not look very likely at all.
Is he gonna kill it? No, he hasn't. So he could get, yeah, I could get that glorious 1-1-1.
Come on. I like the nade that went into Pop Dog. That's good timing from JW. He sort of like saw exactly where Nico was on the minimap, last spotted, and realized, okay, if he's going to Pop Dog, he would be there about now. And there's the nade straight in his face.
Oh.
Good game sense.
Well, a bit of a pause. Probably Heroic trying to think things over. Whether or not they want to buy up in this round and try to get to 6. Or if they're just going to set everything on.
It feels like Fnatic are outplaying them pretty heavily at the moment. And as you said, you know, the aggression is really throwing Heroic off balance in a lot of these rounds. And the rounds where Fnatic aren't aggressive really early, they still just hold the executions onto the A site pretty effectively.
Yeah, they've had very smart positioning on their CT setups so far. Again, like when you see the default smoke execute towards yard there from Heroic side, you've got Crims basically being a scout above the smokes, and all he needs to do is find that one frag to alleviate a lot of pressure, prevent Heroic from moving forward with ease along the bomb trains or along the trains. So Fnatic are playing a pretty solid overall game right now.
2 rounds here.
There you go.
Hello. Hello.
Really?
No.
Okay.
I saw it
Fully
happening.
committal. Fully committed to the cause. I like
to
it.
win the round, but can only do so much. Maybe pulled plays out of position. Maybe that's let Snappy come in, because he does not seem to have been detected. Oh, Crims has seen his feet, and where's your health, Snappy? Where's your health?
Where's
Golden?
Where's Golden's health? Oh, there you go. That's about a 3 damage nade.
Take that trade. Boost will pick Golden off, and Crims will do his best, but he didn't touch any of them.
He's actually creating halos around 3 players.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Oh
the leg
god.
shot. Oh, Molly. What is happening?
Not weird at all.
Nico gets his first frag though.
Nice.
Silver lining gets the second one as well. As this
What
this
a
is where he
feast.
comes alive.
Doesn't matter if you don't get any frags until that point when you clutch the round. Can Nico get it done? Oh, there's this man. Look to the right! He did not look. He didn't look, guys. He didn't look. Crims came in from the side. That's a shame. That would have been a great way. That would have been redemption.
That would have been, yeah. If you're ever going to get back into the game, then it's a solid time to do it at. Again, though, not a massive investment from Heroic, so they're able to actually get bomb plants and do damage. Not that the economic impact that they, or economic dent that they make on Fnatic is going to make a difference now, this late in the half, but shows that they still have promise. And again, obviously, it's tough to get rounds on the T side of any map, really, if you have one player who's just not able to find any sort of connections at all.
Right, well, Heroic not really pestering the alley position. It's instead Fnatic who start to investigate alley, rather. Nico, another kill there, finds Crims.
Coming alive.
And this is the cue for Fnatic to get aggressive. They should confirm that with the alley push. Flusher holds it down with 2 there. The bomb spotted as well. Does get traded out, but look at the flank now from Fnatic. They pushed alley. They know what's up.
Yeah, but they are very, very far away from the B bomb site. Snappy's finding openings towards A. Lecro's still alive, however. 2 AWP on the Swedish side. Snappy dancing while his teammates go down. He will eventually trade, and the trade will be traded, leaving Yugi in a 1 versus 2. Has he been detected? He has got a kill in this round. Not sure when it was. Oh, it was earlier. It was a deagle over towards
Flusher, yeah, and lower.
Towards B. Oh dear.
That's a name there. Well, difficult situation for Yugi. He does have the bomb, but time is running out, and you can see Golden already moving in above him. He probably wants to clear out that inner spot. Actually, they feel super confident that, that the fact that he's hasn't left Pop. Okay, actually, no, gonna send JW in to watch towards that inner bomb site. So this does allow a bit of a chance for Yugi to create some space. Full Molotov off Pop as well.
Goes to the plant, but JW lies in wait. 11-4 is the score at the end of the first half. It's a really nice first half from Fnatic. JW there with 18 kills and a general aggressive approach overall from the CT side, but not aggression that you would say was wanton. It was well planned, well thought out aggression that complemented the style of Fnatic, and it allowed them to go to 11 rounds. Heroic unable to find that answer, but answers may be found on their CT side instead.
Yep. James mentioned the fact that Nico is oftentimes a very strong CT side player, and I think that's, even if this doesn't necessarily end up with Heroic making the complete comeback, I think it's good for Nico to have at least some sort of a sense of feeling that he's part of the game. So if they're able to string a couple of rounds together on CT side, that's at least going to be beneficial for them going into the second game, if nothing else.
Voila. What is the buy from Fnatic? What are you going to buy, Fnatic? Crims and Flusher with some grenades.
They should all save James.
What is going on?
Ooh. Hello.
Maybe some GoTV lag.
Do you think this is an indication of them wanting to go towards that inner bomb side?
But advantage Heroic. They've got a man advantage. They are a man to the good. Lecro making his way through, looking for Modi on the good. Lecro making his way through, looking for Modi on the flank. Big problem.
Nicely done by Lecro. You have to fear his pistols. Health on S-Tag and Modi is critically low, but you can say the same for Fnatic indeed. So it is definitely, it's completely up in the air as pistols always tend to be.
This is a bit of an interesting decision from them. They're posting the bomb out behind E-Box and having Flusher run in towards the inner bomb site. It's actually making noise on purpose to see if he can draw a rotation over, and it's actually going to be the case as well. I think at that point when you've gotten so far forward as Flusher, maybe it's better off to just run behind and see if you can create or catch someone in the back. And as a result, S-Tag is able to find Flusher, and that leaves Lecro in a 1v2. Still low HP though on both members, so just needs one connection to actually make this work. It's actually incredible that Heroic has gotten back into this kind of a situation, considering how it started with 3 people getting headshot within the first 5 seconds of the round.
Lecro. Here he goes. Oh, the flick comes in. So awesome from Lecro. 4 kills for him to save the day. 12-4. This was a great shot. Snaps the neck of one. Pushes forwards. That's another one gone. And
I was really solid. I was expecting that to be a complete slaughter, really, for Fnatic, because the second they popped that into Yard, like 3 of the members on Heroic side were down to, I think it was 12 or less HP. But nobody actually died in the end, so for Fnatic to be able to turn it around eventually after losing so many players is just solid work.
Fnatic on the cusp of something great, at least in terms of scoreline. Always good for round difference. Have those dominating score lines, which is why you don't want to get sloppy when you have a nice lead. Never know when it's going to count later on in the league. One Heroic player taken down early, but Fnatic not going to go crazy. It is a forced buy from the CTs. There are many Desert Eagles around, one of which is on Yugi. Proven himself to be a smooth operator with the Desert Eagle.
Oh, did... Well, Aztec's going to get the 1-for-1 trade. Not bad in this kind of a situation. Snappy already working on that backstab as well. Might be able to catch Flusha here as he moves down Pop. Does have a Deagle though instead of a CZ. And it's going to get found out too.
Yeah, not really many openings here for Heroic. Looks like Fnatic have done a good job being really aware of the situation, setting everything up nicely. Yugi, you gotta be careful. Yugi's definitely the most dangerous man with the Deagle on Heroic. Snappy the most dangerous man with the CZ.
You're still looking for more. A lot of damage has been done as well, so he only needs body shots to get more kills. Doesn't happen though. So 13 rounds on Fnatic already, and not even a buy in sight for Heroic. Rough times. Nico, yeah, not really having the game of his life as of right now.
No, he isn't. And he may not have an opportunity to. I mean, you have to assume 14-4 for Fnatic. So. Yeah. Perhaps by that time it's too late to turn up to the server. It's a nice Molotov from a usual position. I didn't even know you could throw that far on this run, but apparently you can. DW charging through. Grenade sailing in, and this round may be brief. Modi, it's time to go to your doom. We'll try and get any edge he can in case somebody gets sloppy and goes through the smoke. Maybe there's a free kill to be had.
Dinks up Lickro. Licker thinks the better of it, doesn't want to take that challenge anymore. Leaves it up to Krims, who's going to end Modi. And again, nice and quick anti-eco from Fnatic coming in. They're going to have lots of money on their end as well, so even if Heroic do start to mount a comeback and at least pick up 1 round, there's going to be plenty of opportunities for Fnatic to buy up. No op on Yugi either.
Love the fast rounds there as well. It's always a good choice. Well, when you're against just pure SPs, can always be a good choice. And Heroic is a bit of a struggle, isn't it, with that utility. Fnatic win another fast round. Let Crow really quick down the train yard. I wonder if they'll actually spot him over by the green train, doing some very important damage there, opening up space, but Heroic fighting back here. JW has to worry, but he's got teammates to get the cover in. Krims is there for him, and the man advantage is now in the hands of the Swedes. Yugi's been spotted by CT Heaven, and he will be decapitated, courtesy of Krims. Nico's moment, but it's a brief moment.
I'm just expecting like the highlight clips from this game. It's like Nico's moment gets 1 frag.
It would be great for, like, you know, that there's that like sort of like guy who's making these troll videos for like the highlights.
Oh yeah, which is like people who get 1 frag or something. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was really awesome.
We need one where a guy, it just has a message like X has joined the server, and it ends there. Lots of grenades towards main this time. Heroic not wanting a repeat performance of one player charging in as a sentry into the A site and decimating the defense.
Do you need more steroids, James? Do you need more steroids?
Always needs more steroids. This week at least. There's only so many you can take at once, Dan. S-Tag has a lot to do here, unfortunately, and he will not be able to do it. So, wow. A whitewash, more or less, 16-4. 4 rounds after the first buy round for Heroic. After that, they went missing completely.
Yeah. And JW kind of quietly racking up 26 kills.